Alright, now I'm going to go over, in my opinion, the top 5 article directories. These websites will not only give you powerful backlinks, but the traffic you get from the articles alone can be very awesome. Now, don't limit yourself to these, but you should probably let them come before all the other directories. And trust me, there are a lot of other excellent ones out there too. But let's start with Ezine Articles. Everybody should know about Ezine Articles, and just about every internet marketer out there already uses it. They have a very high page rank and a very good authority with Google. I'm sure you may have noticed, and if you haven't noticed yet, you will, that when you're just casually searching for stuff on Google, you will see a lot of articles that are in Ezine Articles. And actually, you'll most likely run into articles from the other article directories I have in this list. But anyways, Ezine Articles should be your number one target. You want an article in Ezine Articles. But be aware that Ezine Articles is the most strict out of all of these article directories. So you can't just submit any garbage in there because they actually have people review these articles before they get submitted. But don't worry, don't get scared away. It's really not that hard. Just make sure your spelling and grammar is correct. And don't make an article that's complete garbage. Anyone that's had a little bit of experience writing in school can do this. But really, it's important to have faith in yourself and don't get discouraged. If your article doesn't get accepted, just rewrite it and make it better. And make sure to make this article very unique. If you're going to submit articles that are only slightly reworded for other article directories, that's fine, but make sure this one is unique, because this is an article directory that the people reviewing the articles before they get submitted have a system that searches the internet for duplicate content, and if you copied this article that you submitted here, they will probably find it. So make sure you write it yourself, and if you're really uncomfortable with writing, there are lots of people out there that you can outsource with to have your articles written for you. For example, at Fiverr.com, like I mentioned a little bit ago, you can pay someone $5 to write you an article, and trust me, it's worth it. Fiverr.com is actually a really awesome outsourcing website. You can find people that do basically anything for $5. But moving on, Articlebase is another good one, so definitely get your article in there too. Last I knew, they also check articles before they post them on there. But you shouldn't really have too much trouble. Just remember, if you get an article passed for EzineArticles.com, you can really get an article anywhere. And trust me, it's not as hard as you might be thinking. Just try it out and do it. You really need to. And next there's Go Articles, another good one, and Hub Pages. Hub Pages is really awesome. There's no approval process here. Of course, there are guidelines you have to follow, so make sure you read over the rules and don't break anything. When you're going to publish something, it'll have a little system that checks to make sure it's not spam, or if you're just farm linking or link farming, where you just post an article where it's nothing but links, which wouldn't be good for you anyways. It used to work well back in the Stone Ages, but not now. And then there's also Squidoo.com, which I really love Squidoo. It's really an awesome article directory. And once you start submitting articles there, it gets addicting. They make it fun. There's a really cool ranking system, and the creators are humorous. But anyways, make sure you get an article, a unique article, in each one of these. And this is really just the basic first step, but it is very powerful. Having an article in each one of these will really boost your blog's authority and bring you a bunch of natural traffic. But it all really depends on how popular the keywords you're going for are and how good your content is. So get an article in each one of these article directories and then work on submitting more to other high-ranking ones. I'll have a list right below this video. And once you do this and know what you're doing here, you can move on to the more advanced steps. Well, let me take that back. They're really not more advanced. They're just different methods. Article marketing is just one of the many methods you can use. And then once you learn how to backlink from all these methods, there are crazy things you could do to make it better, like the whole link wheeling and crazy stuff like that. But I'll go over that in the advanced section.